Hey guys, welcome back. It's Neon, and I'm going to talk about Doctor Who. We actually haven't talked about Doctor Who in a while, or we don't talk about Doctor Who much because there really isn't much to talk about, but this is kind of big news, I guess, for Doctor Who fans. The Judoon are coming back to Series 12 to, try to salvage this series? I don't know. Before we get into the video, please subscribe to CLOWNFISH TV. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. It definitely helps the channel. And thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed this week. We've seen a definite uptick in activity. It helps us a bunch with YouTube. Thank you so much. So, yesterday, the BBC announced that the Judoon were returning to Doctor Who Series 12. Now, this is kind of interesting because so far, Jodie Whittaker's time in the TARDIS has not seen a lot of the classic villains. In fact, the show feels very disconnected from previous series, in my opinion, and that could be because they're trying to break from the RTD and Moffat era, but other than the Daleks turning up in the New Year's special, there's been very little connective tissue, I guess you could call it, to the previous series. Now they're throwing the Judoon at us. And I'm not exactly sure what to make of this. I think, there have been rumors too that they're thinking about bringing River Song back. They're thinking about bringing Bill back. We've heard all kinds of crazy rumors about this character or that character coming back. I do think that they're going to kind of pull a Star Wars on us in Series 12 and at least bring some recognizable faces, even if they are ugly ones, back to Doctor Who to try to win back the fans. Although I still expect the show to be boring, and I still expect the show to be very ham-fisted with the politics. This is kind of an interesting move. It kind of reminds me of the member berries from South Park. If you've never seen that bit, you should go out and Google it, find it on YouTube. But it's sort of like, remember David Tennant? Remember how much you like that doctor? Remember those rhinos? Those rhino police? Yeah, they were pretty cool. Remember those? I remember those. Those were cool. Those were cool. Remember River Song? Yeah, we're going to bring River Song back too. Remember River Song? Remember when the show was really good and everybody watched it? Yeah, I remember that. And that's kind of what this reminds me of. It's sort of like, I'm glad to see them do this, but I'm also like, this is not going to be enough to really, fix the show and put the show back on course for most fans. So let's go out and read a little more from IO9. Our first look at Doctor Who Season 12 reveals the return of a familiar foe and a bitchin' mohawk. Looks like the fuzz is back. Haha. Doctor Who has released the first official image from Jodie Whittaker's sophomore season, and it looks like the Doctor is going to be facing off once again against the galaxy's toughest mercenary force. How much do you want to bet that they're going to use this as a metaphor, a very ham-fisted metaphor for police brutality? I just have a feeling. I have a feeling the way this series has been going that this is definitely going to be used as a knock against police. In a press release, the BBC shared a new look at Whittaker's Doctor sharing a tense scene with the Judoon, a rhino race of humanoids that serve as mercenary police across the galaxy. The prosthetics looks pretty impressive, especially compared to the previous iterations of the species. It looks pretty much the same except for the mohawk. And just look at those belt buckles. Guys, is this all they have to say? First introduced in 2007, the Judoon are a tight band of mercenaries with a strict code of conduct. Though they've been called interplanetary thugs, they also don't have jurisdiction on Earth, but usually are found, they find ways around it. For example, in their debut episode, Smith and Jones, they transport a human hospital to the moon so they could find and arrest an alien fugitive hiding out there. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is interesting, but again, I think this is going to go the way of Star Wars, where they're going to tease a classic character or a classic species, and then they're going to find a way to screw it up, or use it to hammer home some kind of like political messaging. Just have a feeling. So we'll see. Not real excited about Doctor Who Series 12. I couldn't even make it through Series 11, and Doctor Who was my favorite sci-fi show on TV. I watched it every week for 10 years. It was like must-see TV. It was appointment television for me. It was the only show that I made sure I watched live every week. And Series 11 just, I couldn't get into it. I got halfway through, I got bored, and there are a lot of issues, and the least of which is the Doctor being a woman. I didn't care. I just want the show to be good, and it's just not. It's just weak. It's very, very weak right now. We'll see if Series 12 is better. I'm not holding my breath. But what do you think about them throwing the Judoon at Doctor Who fans? Comment and let me know. Please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, rants, gaming videos, art videos, and more here on Clownfish TV. This has been Neon. I'll talk to you later. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.